Imagine, stuck solid, no way out. The last water ran out 6 hours ago. Your throat is dry, cracked, and burning. Before you, a murky, stagnant stream, hiding countless deadly things. Now do this. Pull 2 pieces of metal from your pocket, copper and zinc. Twist them together, drop them into the dirty water, then leave it. 8 hours later, water clearer than city tap water. No filter needed. No batteries, no electricity. Just 2 metals touching, doing the job Earth assigned. This is not last week's internet trick. Ancient Egyptians applied it 4,000 years ago to treat war wounds. Greek sailors used it to survive months at sea. The Aztecs, half a world away, independently discovered the exact same thing. In the 1960s, NASA wanted to keep Apollo astronauts alive in space. They considered every modern technology. Result, they built a device based on that same ancient chemistry. So the question is, if 2 pieces of scrap metal can filter water so effectively, why does the global water filtration industry rake in $35 billion each year? They sell you plastic filter cartridges, expire after 60 days. We'll dissect that today. Not a conspiracy, just chemistry, history, economics. By the end of this video, you'll know how to build this system yourself. Welcome to Historia Prime. 1. Ancient whispers from Earth's filter. 2400 BC. On the banks of the deadly Nile, the smell of dust and blood thickened the air. An Egyptian battlefield physician leaned over a wounded soldier. A deep wound, a spear, had torn through his thigh. Back then, the wound wasn't the #1 killer. The real enemy was infection, and it started with the water. He grabbed a vessel, not clay, not wood, but forged copper. He poured river water into the copper vessel and set it aside. No boiling, no herbs, just waiting. The next morning, the water became crystal clear, with a faint metallic taste. The physician saw this 100 times, but didn't understand why. Only knew soldiers who washed wounds with copper water survived. Those with ordinary river water died. Not guesswork. The Smith Papyrus, humanity's oldest medical document, clearly records copper as a disinfectant, used for drinking water and wound dressings. Egypt was just the beginning. Around 400 BC, Hippocrates, father of modern medicine, recorded copper treating open wounds and lung diseases. The Greeks pushed far beyond limits. Greek sailors faced disaster. Water in wooden barrels. The water turned green, putrid after a few days. Sailors died of dysentery, not from enemies, but from their own drinking water. Water in a copper vessel, drinkable for a whole month under the scorching Mediterranean sun. Without microscopes, without chemistry, the Greeks still discovered the survival rule. Copper water equals life, wood water equals death. Simple as that. The Romans used copper pipes for water, far safer for bathhouses and homes. Copper vessels, standard Roman military equipment, not luxury items. Though they didn't understand the science, they knew copper saved lives from deadly diseases more than swords did. Surprise! The story takes an unimaginable turn. Half a world away, the Aztecs, who knew nothing of Greece or Rome. Different continents, different languages. The Aztecs still independently discovered the same truth. Copper water for sore throats, used in purification rituals. Indian Ayurveda, storing water in copper vessels, called Tamra Jal. Not ancient history. Millions of Indian families still do it today. 5 civilizations, 4 continents, thousands of years apart. A shared conclusion, not a coincidence. Basic chemistry is waiting to be recognized. A fortuitous rediscovery. For thousands of years, copper vessels were standard in kitchens, hospitals, and ships around the world. Then the Industrial Revolution arrived. Copper expensive, plastic cheap, chlorination, water treated en masse. The old method was abandoned, not because it failed, but because mass production needed cheap and uniform. Copper pots became plastic bottles, natural became chemical, ancient knowledge vanished from human memory. In 1984, a shocking discovery occurred when researcher Don Heskett was conducting a water treatment experiment. In the middle of the experiment, he dipped a brass pen into a cup of heavily chlorinated water. Brass? That's an alloy of copper and zinc, if you didn't know. But what happened next stunned him. The moment the pen touched the water, the chlorine vanished without a trace. No chemicals, no electricity, just magic. The gentle contact between copper zinc and chlorinated water instantly triggered a reaction, completely eliminating the chlorine. Hesketh spent 3 years researching, perfecting the reaction, and received a patent for KDF, kinetic degradation fluxion, technology. So why was this discovery so groundbreaking? And why did the water industry avoid it? Let's look at the molecular level to understand the truth. 3. The science behind the spark. I'll explain as clearly as possible. Science is what separates fact from rumor. Copper and zinc in water form a galvanic cell, named after Italian scientist Luigi Galvani. Imagine a tiny self-charging battery. Here's what happens step by step. The mechanism. Zinc is an unstable metal, always wanting to give away electrons. Copper is the opposite. Stable, receptive, ready to take what zinc gives. When they touch in water, zinc atoms automatically release electrons. Electrons rush from zinc to copper. The water between becomes a bridge, closing the circuit. Result: an incredibly tiny current, but surprisingly persistent. You can't feel it, you can't light a lamp with it, but at the molecular level, it's a weapon of mass destruction. 3 tasks at once. This current does it all. 1. Instantly eliminates toxic chlorine. The electric field forces electrons into free chlorine molecules, breaking their chemical structure. Deadly chlorine turns into harmless chloride, exactly like in table salt. Just a few seconds, not hours, lightning fast. Stop and think, just a few seconds. 2. Captures heavy metals, lead, mercury, arsenic, hexavalent chromium. The electric field pulls out dissolved toxins via electroplating mechanism. They are pulled out of the water, permanently bonded to the metal surface, locked tight, no escape. 3. Kills bacteria, the mechanism that once saved Egyptian soldiers and Greek sailors. The current disrupts intracellular enzyme processes, paralyzing bacteria and preventing reproduction. The reaction also produces reactive oxygen, molecular grenades that tear apart bacterial cell membranes. Water becomes a deadly environment. Bacteria, algae, fungi cannot survive. Not magic, but electrochemistry. The same principle as the battery in your phone. Only difference: the battery is 2 metal pieces, the circuit is dirty water, the output purity. 4. NASA confirmed this. Think it's too simple to believe? Look who else reached the same conclusion. In the 1960s, NASA engineers preparing for the Apollo mission faced a seemingly impossible challenge: bring clean water into a tiny capsule in the vacuum of space. How? No bulky filtration system, no energy to boil, no toxic chlorine, all prohibited. In a sealed cabin with recycled air, NASA chose a tiny electrolytic silver-copper ion machine, the size of a cigarette pack, weighing 9 ounces, using almost no power. Releases metal ions into water, kills 100% of bacteria, prevents algae, no chemical taste. Declassified Apollo technology immediately became a commercial application on Earth. Businesses turned silver-copper ions into weapons for cooling towers, fountains, and marine environments. US EPA confirmed. Hundreds of copper alloys are bacteria killers on contact. 4,000 years. Electrochemistry. NASA. EPA. The evidence doesn't whisper, it screams. How have we never heard? Why? So why isn't it standard? What's the reason? Why does a store sell a $40 filter when a few dollars worth of metal from a hardware store can do the same? No conspiracy, just a business model. The water filter market is $35 billion a year. The real profit doesn't come from the unit, but from replacement cartridges. Activated carbon, only 2 to 6 months lifespan. Buy the pitcher once, buy filters forever. The trap. Essentially, a subscription model, but a physical product. Look at copper zinc technology. How does it represent this model? KDF filter. Removes chlorine, absorbs heavy metals, inhibits bacteria, no electricity, no chemicals, effective for 6 years. Too awesome. You sell something that doesn't need replacing? the recurring revenue empire will collapse immediately. Don't rush to conclusions. The industry is not holding back technology. Copper zinc is just an accessory in commercial filtration, never the main thing. Carbon that needs frequent replacement is the real gold mine. That's where the profit lies. Not malice, just economics. But consumers still get ripped off. Simply, the most durable is pushed aside. The highest profit item takes the spotlight. DIY clay filter. Practical guide. Do it now. This is the moment this video truly shines. History, chemistry, the universe, all useless if not applicable. Warning up front. I speak truth, no cover-up. Copper zinc cells kill bacteria, chlorine, heavy metals extremely fast. But helpless against pesticides and parasites, they slip right through. Parasite shells are as hard as steel. Electrochemistry is helpless. This is not a boundary, it's a fatal weakness. Knowing the limits is survival, not knowing is death. Build a multi-stage system. Fill the gaps right here. Step 1. Coarse filtration. Stop the first wave. Turbid water, pour through cloth, bandana, or tightly woven t-shirt. Sediment, debris, large particles, all caught. Not clean yet, just preparation. The real stage begins now. Stage 2. Galvanic battery. Power from corrosion. Head to the hardware store, grab some 1,4 gauge copper wire and pure zinc. Unbelievably cheap. Total cost under $5, cheaper than a cup of coffee. Cut both into 30 centimeters lengths, equal, perfectly precise. Now twist them tightly together, no looseness. Direct metal-to-metal contact is crucial. Without it, electron flow dies, galvanic reaction vanishes. Drop the twisted pair into a water container. Bowl, pot, bottle, as long as it doesn't react with metal. Wait at least 4 hours, 8 is better, overnight 16 hours is perfect, don't rush. While you sleep soundly, the galvanic current works quietly, saving your water. Zinc atoms release electrons, chlorine is neutralized, heavy metals are pulled out and stick to metal surfaces, amazingly clean. Bacterial cells disintegrate, can't survive. Next morning, take out the metal, rinse and dry, simple as that. They can be reused for months, durable and economical. Stage 3. Charcoal filtration. Use charcoal from a campfire, natural hardwood charcoal, absolutely no chemical briquettes. Crush charcoal into small pieces, pack into a clean container with drainage holes, a DIY filter. You can use old socks, cut plastic bottles or bamboo tubes, repurpose everything. Pour the metal-treated water over the charcoal layer, the final filtration step. Charcoal absorbs organic chemicals, pesticides, and remaining tastes and odors, what the galvanic cell missed. Stage 4. Diatomaceous earth, a savior for water. Diatomaceous earth, a soft, fine white powder made from ancient microscopic algae fossils, a natural wonder. Did you know? Under a microscope, each particle is like a sponge full of sharp spikes. Water flows through diatomaceous earth. Particles as small as 1 to 2 microns are trapped and cannot pass through. Even stubborn giardia and cryptosporidium cysts, which chemicals fail against, are easily caught by this natural sieve. Diatomaceous earth, cheap, bought at a garden store, yet incredibly powerful. The secret formula: cloth plus copper, zinc plus charcoal plus diatomaceous earth equals absolutely pure water. Can you believe it? A super water filtration system from just scrap metal, campfire ash, and simple mineral powder. Treats everything: bacteria, chlorine, heavy metals, organic chemicals, all gone clean. For under $10, you eliminate pesticides and parasites. Unbelievable. No electricity, no batteries, no filter replacements. The metal can be reused for months. 4,000 years ago, an Egyptian physician just poured river water into a copper vessel and waited. The result? You wouldn't believe it. In 1984, dipping a brass pen into chlorinated water instantly eliminated the chlorine. Supernatural technology. NASA in the 60s built a device weighing only 9 ounces using the same principle and sent it to the moon. Extraordinary. The secret connecting everything is not high technology, but keen observation. Every era has someone perceptive enough to see what the Earth has been doing since ancient times. Copper and zinc need no patents, no advertising. They just follow their atomic instinct. Atomic instinct. Releasing electrons, creating an electric current, turning water into the enemy of pollution. Simple yet powerful. The ultimate survival tool? Not a complex device. Just two metals twisted together in a container. That's it. The Earth already had the solution. We just forgot to listen to its voice. Thank you for watching this channel. If this video changed your mindset, please subscribe and share with someone who values self-reliance. Don't keep this secret to yourself. Which ancient technology should be unearthed next? Comment now. See you next time. Question everything and never stop digging deep.